In this video, I'm going to walk you through your first day in Virtual DJ. We are going to cover all the tips you need to know about Virtual DJ as a beginner to mixing your first song. This video was inspired by a friend from Ghana. She reached out to me on TikTok and selected Donovan from Zimbabwe. He reached out to me on WhatsApp. A special shout out today goes to you guys. Others who have been commenting their name and where they are watching from YouTube and TikTok. Have not forgotten you guys. I cannot make a shout out to each and everyone's name from here right now, but I will put all those names to the shout out list at the end of the video. With that said, let's go and start our DJ journey. All the steps we are going to go through in this video apply to all other versions of Virtual DJ. But in this video particularly, we are dealing with the Virtual DJ 2025. I'll put the download link of Virtual DJ 2026 in the video description on YouTube, in case you are watching it from there, as I always post my videos across YouTube and TikTok. So either of the two platforms you can still access my tutorials. To make things simple and interesting, I'm going to break in 2 episodes. And also I'm going to skip installation part because it is a straightforward process. Anyone who knows how to use the computer can do it, just by following on-screen instructions. There are a couple of things you need to do before you start actual mixing, but before that, let's first understand the layout of the software. When you open Virtual DJ for the first time after installation, this is what you will see. First, it will require you to connect to Virtual DJ using one of the social media accounts listed here, but the most commonly used is Gmail. It is not compulsory that you must use only Gmail. You can use any of the social media accounts you like. So any of the social media accounts listed here, when you click it, it will take you to your browser to complete the login process. But that can only be done when you have access to internet connection. But if you don't, you can close it from here, then you click yes. After closing that window, it will take you to some of the selected tutorials which will help you to get started with Virtual DJ. Here is showing white because I'm not connected to internet. That makes it impossible to load those tutorials. So now what we do, we close that window as well. If you're already familiar with the Virtual DJ, you can go ahead and select your preferred skin layout. And there are basically 4 types of skin layout. Starter, which is the current one, Essentials, Pro and Performance. But for the sake of this video, we are going to stick on Starter. As the name itself, it is for people who are just starting to use Virtual DJ. Why it is good for beginners? Because it guides you a little bit. And we will see about that later in the video. So first things first, let's first understand the layout of the software. At the very top on your left is the Virtual DJ logo. It's always red in color when you don't have any Virtual DJ subscription. But if you do have any Virtual DJ subscription, it changes to white in color. Then next to the Virtual DJ logo is a login button. When you are logged in, it shows your Gmail or any social media account you used in capital letters. And if you are not logged in, it will show not logged in. When you click it, it opens the connect window we closed earlier, allowing you to choose the social media account you want to use to log into Virtual DJ, and then complete the login process in your browser. When you're already logged in and you click it, it will show you an option to log out. Then next to the connect button is a skin layout button, where you can choose your preferred skin layout by clicking this drop down arrow, where you will be able to choose from Starter, Essentials, Pro and Performance. And the active one is the one with the check mark. But for now, we are not going to change to any skin layout, we are going to stick on Starter. Then next to the skin layout in the middle here is the beat keeper or beat counter. It shows which current beat of the 4 beats is the song in. Then next to the beat keeper is the master volume and the limiter. It allows you to control the volume of your computer by dragging this slider left or right. And it will also display a VU meter when the sound is playing. Then next to the master volume and the limiter is the cogwheel or settings gear icon, where you can access most of the Virtual DJ settings when you click here. But for now, we are not going to touch any settings. Then at the very end on top still is the 3 icons, and I know you already know what they do, so I'm not going to explain any of this. Then coming here at the top section of Virtual DJ still, this darker area here is for waveforms. Waveforms allow you to understand the nature of the song or the structure of the sound, and it also allows you to beat match when you are transitioning. There are a couple of things waveforms are used for, and we are going to dive into details in later videos. When you see here, it is divided into 2 parts. But that doesn't mean that one side is for one deck and the other side is for other deck. Now to understand this divider here is like this needle right here. Any part of the waveform past this side has already been heard or played. Any part of the waveform within this divider is what you hear at the moment. Then any part of the waveform within this side has not been heard and is up next to be played out. Then coming here in the middle section of Virtual DJ is divided into 3. From here up to here is a mixer area. Then from here up to here is deck 1 area. Then from here up to here is deck 2 area. What's found in deck 1 is the same thing found in deck 2. So whatever I'm going to explain from here or here applies to the other side also. At the very top of each deck where you see drag a song on this deck to load it is where you will see the title of the song when the song is loaded to any deck. And when you see here, it is divided into 4 parts. This area here is for the BPM you are currently playing, not the original BPM of the song. Then down here is the progress bar that shows how far the song has gone or played. Then here shows the remaining duration of the song. This one right here is the pitch level. It allows you to control the pitch and the tempo of the song by dragging this down or up. When you drag it up, the speed at which the song is playing will reduce. Then when you drag it down, the speed at which the song is playing will go high. Then up here is the match button. It allows you to match the tempo of 2 different songs in both decks to be the same. Now do not get confused when someone mentions BPM, tempo and the pitch. They are literally the same thing. All of them affect the speed at which the song is playing, and all of them are controlled within here. Next to the pitch level is a pitch arrow. This small arrow allows you to gradually reset the pitch of the song to its original. Then next to the pitch arrow is a needle. It's like the microphone that reads the sound of a loaded song to any deck. And I'm sure most of you have ever seen DJ controllers or audio players where someone puts a disc and raises a needle and it starts playing. That's the same thing here also. Then next to the needle is a jog wheel. It's like a jog wheel in a real controller where you hold for scratching. Then this area here is the pads area. It gives you access to 4 pads. And by default in starter layout you cannot change any pad here. By default you always have access to beat grid, rolls, scratch and sampler. In later videos we are going to see how each of these pads affect the sound, most especially scratch, rolls and beat grid. You can always switch to any pad by clicking on it. Then down here is where you will get different patterns for each pad. Then down here next to pads is sound effects. Sound effects are used when transitioning from one deck to another. And by default you always have access to filter, flanger and cut. And of course you cannot change any of this in a starter layout. Then at the very bottom in the deck area is the loop button. Loops allow you to set how many beats you want the song to keep repeating without going beyond that or stopping, until you stop it or cancel it so that a whole song continues to play. And these left and right arrows allow you to set how many beats in a loop. Left is for decreasing and right is for increasing. They start from 1/32 up to 64 beats. Then down here below the jog wheel is the play buttons. The Q button allows you to play the song while holding it. When you release it, it stops and goes back to the starting point. Then the middle button is for playing and pausing. When you press for the first time, the track will start playing. When you press for the second time, it will stop at the exact point. Then the sync button allows you to synchronize different songs in both decks, just like the match button up here. Then next to the play buttons is the mix assist. When it's activated and one deck is playing, when you hit play from the other deck, it will start playing automatically when it's already synchronized, and there will be no need for you to synchronize again using the sync or match button. Now to separate these decks, each of them have their own color. Deck 1, which is labeled A, is having blue color, and deck 2, which is labeled B, is having red color. So the active deck, you will see its color on the letter, while the inactive deck remains dark. When you hover it, that's when you will see its color. When you click it, then it becomes active. So whenever you want to select the deck and start controlling, you just click here. So that's how you can identify and select the deck you want to start controlling. Now coming here at the mixer area is divided into 2 sections. The audio section and the video section, which will give you access to some of the video controls like settings by clicking this cogwheel icon, and video sources, overlays and transitions by clicking this drop down arrow. Then this one down here is a crossfader specifically for video. Now when we come back to the audio section, at the very top of the mixer is the EQ mode arrow, or equalizer controls, which will allow you to select which type of the equalizer you want to use by checking on the box. And the one which is currently active is the one with the check mark. We will go in details about this in later videos. Then in the middle here next to the EQ arrow is the VU meter. It visually displays how loud the sound is, and each line here is for each deck. Below the VU meter is the mix effects. It allows you to select the sound effect which will automatically be applied to the deck which has been playing when you are transitioning to another deck. And you always have access to echo, noise, filter, rolls, and cut. Then down here at the very bottom of the mixer is the crossfader. The crossfader allows you to transition between decks. When it is in the middle here, the value is 50, and that means if both decks are playing, all of them will be audible. Then when the crossfader is all the way to the left, the value is 0, and that means it will only be deck 1 to be audible. And when it's all the way to the right, the value is 100, and that means it will be only deck 2 to be audible. Then at the very end of both sides of the mixer is the level faders. Level faders allow you to control the volume of each deck independently by dragging this down or up. When it's all the way to the bottom, that means the volume is 0. And when it's all the way to the top, and that means the volume is 100. It is just straightforward, nothing opposed, like the pitch level. Then below the level faders is the pre-listen buttons. This allows you to play the song in your headphones before you play to the audience. Then at the bottom of Virtual DJ, starting from here up to here all the way down, is the browser area. And it is divided into 5 parts. At the very end on your right is the information tab. This one right here is the progress bar, with the play button which will allow you to play the song without loading to any deck. Then this progress bar shows how far the song has gone. Plus it also has a pre-listen button just like this one right here. Then this one shows the album art of the song. This star shows the rating of the song, which will of course be set by you by clicking on it. And the rest of information like year, album, genre, first scene, last play, play count, comment, user 1 and user 2. And other information which you can add by clicking on this dot here. Then next to the information tab is the side view. And it is also divided into 5 sections, which gives you access to side list, which will allow you to organize your songs that you will play later. Maybe for example, if people are making requests and you cannot play the song at the exact time, so you can drag it here. Then remix, sampler, auto mix, and karaoke. Then here shows the list of the songs in a particular folder which has been loaded to Virtual DJ, with the song information like title, artist, remix, length, BPM, and the key. Then this darker area here shows the album arts of the songs which are loaded here. Then at the top is the search bar, which will allow you to search for any song in your computer, whether by title or artist. Then on your left here is the folder area. This helps you to navigate up to where your music is located in your computer, so that you can load into Virtual DJ. Then at the very end on your left is the side toolbar. It allows you to make some shortcuts of your folders by clicking on this plus icon. Then this small dot gives you some browser options. Export and import Virtual DJ database. Then at the very bottom in the toolbar section is the font resizer. It allows you to increase the font size in the browser area. As you can see right now, the text is pretty small and you cannot easily read it. That's when this font sizer becomes handy when you click on it. As you can see, the font is much bigger now and you can easily read it. Now we have covered almost everything in this skin layout. It is time to get our music into Virtual DJ. But before that, you need to know where your music is located in your computer. For example, my music is located in the second drive, and it is in the High Vibes folder. Now that you know where your music is located, it is time to load it into Virtual DJ. As our music is in our local computer, by default, the local music is expanded. Whenever you see a folder with a minus, that means that that folder has been expanded and it is ready to be collapsed. When you click it, it collapses and the minus changes to plus sign. So whenever you see a plus sign, that means that that folder has other folders inside it. So you can either click on the plus sign or you click in the middle of the folder. Then it expands. So now as our music is in the second drive, we are going to navigate to drives. You can either click on the plus sign or you click in the middle of the folder. Any of it will work. As you can see, this one also has a plus sign, and that means that it has other folders inside. So let's click it and expand it. As you can see, when the folder has been expanded, it changes to a minus sign, and that means it's ready to be collapsed. These are now our 2 drives, but our music is in the second drive. So let's open the second drive. Now here things change. When a folder is having other folders inside, it will have a plus. But when the folder is not having any plus sign, that means that that folder doesn't have any folder inside. So when you click it, it will display its files here. For example, we have our music in High Vibes. So now let's click it. That is it, you have successfully loaded your music inside the Virtual DJ. Now it is time to mix our first 2 songs. But before that, you need to first analyze your music. If you don't know how to do that, there's a video I made how to analyze songs in details. I'll put the link in the video description on YouTube. You can check it out from there. Or on TikTok, the first pinned video. For the sake of this video, I'm going to analyze a few songs. After you have selected, then you right click. From here you navigate to batch and move to analyze for BPM etc. and then click it. The analysis process will begin. Now there are 3 ways you can load a song onto the deck. I'm going to show you the other 2 that people rarely use and the most common one. The first method to load a song onto the deck, you first navigate to the song. Then you right click it. From here move to load on and choose whether you want load to deck 1 or deck 2. Then you click it. The song will automatically be loaded to the deck you have chosen. Then the second method, you first select the deck. Then you navigate to the song and double click. The song will automatically be loaded to the deck you have selected. Those are the 2 methods people rarely use. And the most common one is where you come and drag the song and drop to the deck you want to load like this. Now when you are mixing as a beginner, I recommend you to take the crossfader all the way to the deck you want the audience to listen to or the deck you are currently focusing on. So that when you make a mistake from the other deck, the sound will not go direct to the audience. First we need to set a reasonable BPM by dragging this down a little bit, up to there like this. And if you mess up with the pitch, you can use this pitch reset arrow to gradually set the pitch to its original. Here is where you will see the advantage of starter layout skin. Now when you look here, these BPMs are not the same. As you can see here is showing a warning sign, meaning they are not matching. So now what you do, you click the match or sync button of the deck that you want to match with the other one. Let's say for example we want match deck 1 with deck 2. So you either click here or click here, but I recommend you get used with the sync button. The moment you click here like this, it disappears. And that means the pitch or the BPM is now matching. Now to mix your 2 songs, you first play one deck. Then when you are ready to transition, you first play the other deck. Then you click a sync button. Then you navigate to the crossfader anywhere around the crossfader. Then you rotate your mouse wheel backward for moving the crossfader to the left. Or you rotate your mouse wheel forward for moving the crossfader to the right. So let's demonstrate that.
Darling, when you're feeling like you need someone akusanyusa, baby yange tujja kugabana paka kukasutika no mwenzinira kuwesi pesi muchisenge kwambaze ngabiri kumulembe awasobye ongambanga njagala ngekoti gemasuka zantibwe nkwagala sokane kuwa obukadde 10 kwambaza kukivasachi uwanikeri waggulu mukali nabiri zantibwe nkwagala sokane kuwa obukadde 10 enkuwanikeri babyana gyebali empitane shakibuwe akyukaza sewengi onkolako wanobuwasomo gwakubira bibiganye nze bwasosane ku mwanjo gino sagala kunyizera sagala munyiza sagala kuwulira nga bamufunza ebitimbe balitimba ebizimbe balisiiga kyomwana yagadde mu.
Now to come up with the clean mixes with the perfect transitions, you need to pay attention to the waveform. For example, if you are playing and the waveform is disorganized like this, that means that your songs are not matching. As you can see here, there's a sign here, and that means that the songs you are playing are not matching. So what you do, you make sure that these bars are corresponding together. The same bar from this song also corresponds with the same bar from this song. Let's say for example, this song is playing and you want to play this song also. You make sure that whenever you hit play from the other deck, you also click a sync button in order to make the songs match and see the waveforms aligned together. When all the bars of 2 songs are aligned together, and that means that the songs you are playing, they are matching, and the sound which is produced is also organized. There is no clashing sound. So that's all for this video. If there is anything you have not understood from what we have covered, feel free to ask. I will be of your help. If you found value in this video, give it a like, comment and share it with anyone whom you think might need it. Also, don't forget to tap on a plus or subscribe button if you are not yet part of my community, because a lot of content like this one is coming on your way. I will see you in the next one.